G'day everyone. No, I'm not Kieran, but I am in his shed and I have stolen his clothes. Today we're reviewing the brand new Harris and Greaser sets from Auscision Models. Roll the intro.
Introduced on the 15th of July in 1956, Melbourne's Blue Harvest train served the suburban network for almost 32 years, with the last regular sets withdrawn in June 1988. In the 1980s, some were rebuilt as the silver grey ghost trains, while many others became V-Line H-set carriages, remaining in service until 2024. Most of the original fleet was eventually scrapped because of asbestos insulation, with hundreds buried at the Talbot Quarry in Clayton during the 1990s. The Harris Greaser set, converted around 1989 to 1990, survived much longer on specialist rail lubrication duties. Today, only 4 original Harris motor cars survive, with the Greaser still be able to be seen at Newport workshops.
So I've just come from work and I wasn't actually expecting to do this review, hence why I've taken this clothing. I'm really keen to get into these and show all you guys what Auscision's made, and a little spoiler, these are excellent.
So price-wise, a 4-car set DCC ready is $750, a 7-car set DCC ready is $1,200, a 4-car set with DCC sound fitted is $995, and a 7-car set DCC sound fitted is $1,450.
So we'll get on with the unboxing and I'll show you guys what's inside. So here we are on the table, having a look at the Harris first up. So we'll get the lid off. So inside the box, as soon as you open it, you've got these, which stand out quite a bit. So if you've bought a DCC model, you'll get the same. And these basically tell you do not run them on DC, otherwise you could potentially damage the decoder. So that's an important thing to know if you're not familiar. Then you'll have your instructions, things such as the exploded parts diagram, and your function list will be in here. So there's a quick look at that. And there's also an extra piece of paper which sort of mentions your other functions which normal models wouldn't have. And you can have a look at it here, but we will go through them all during the review. And here are sort of your regular functions. You also have the destination blind decals, which I have not fitted yet, but they're very good. You get a good array of options there. Now, onto the exciting stuff. So the model comes in Auscision's new foam packaging rather than the sort of clear packaging you might be familiar with on the Tates. The boxes are the same size though. Before we get the model out, you also get these little destination discs, which I'll get Kieran to put a photo up on screen of what these are and how they sort of work. We'll start with the powered motor car, here it is. So Auscision's come up with a new bogie design for these, which has the motor inside the bogie. So each one of these has a little cordless motor, I believe it's a cordless motor, with a gearbox, and that allows the interior to be nice and clear, which we'll look at more when we get into the details. So there is the first carriage. The set I've gone for has the 6 doors, and it has the silver window frames on the motor cars and the blue window frames on the trailer cars, as you can see. I just thought this gave some nice variation to the train. But yeah, these are all very, very nicely detailed, wonderful finish. So we'll get out the last 2 carriages, which are a bit more of the same as what you just saw, just different numbers, and obviously one's unpowered. So there's the other trailer car. And here is the final unpowered motor car. So just hollow underneath. So with those out of the box, we'll move on to the other item we're reviewing today, which is the Greaser set. All right, so here we have Auscision's surprise release, the Greaser, which comes in the same sort of box, just obviously a lot thinner, as it's only 2 cars. Got some nice illustrations on the end. As you can see, I got this from Train World. If you look at the test sticker, if you know. So we'll open this one up. Also, thank you to Train World for putting this aside for me. Yeah, very glad I managed to get one. As a lot of you probably know, these sold out very, very quickly. So, same sort of thing. You get your same warning cards. You get your function list and I guess your special function list. And interestingly, despite not having the destination blinds light up and already having a destination in them, you get the same decals. So I'm not sure what I'll use them for, but it's good to have spares. We'll have a look. And yeah, to me, this stands out a lot more than the regular Harris, obviously due to the yellow color of it. Same thing, you get destination boards or discs. Pull it out and we can have a quick look at the finish. And yeah, wonderful finish, wonderful color. Yeah, really glad they did these. It would have been a shame to not have them, I guess. So yeah, this is the powered one, same thing, powered bogies. The difference between this one and the actual Harris that I've got is this one is a 4-door car, so there's no center doors. But otherwise, yeah, I think they are mostly the same. Here is the dummy car, much lighter. Interestingly, they still put an interior in these, even though the Harris greaser was actually pretty much empty on the interior. It just had some pumps and barrels of grease for the overheads. But yeah, there's the greaser set together. So with the greaser set now out, we'll put on the layout and we'll have a closer look at the details on both this and the Harris.
So here we go, the Harris is on the layout. So let's go through some of the features that Auscision have listed. So we have twin bogie traction motors with cordless motors designed specifically for the Auscision models, all-wheel drive and electrical pickups on the powered driver car, metal and plastic handrails, detailed cab interiors with painted driver and guard figures, operating red and white marker lights, operating headlights, and operational destination lights on both driver cars, 5 micro switches on the chassis to operate the lights on the DC models, blackened metal disc wheels, scale-sized metal knuckle couplers with a knuckle spring, factory painted and decorated with laser sharp printing, heavy die-cast chassis, sprung metal pantographs, operating buffers, and DCC ready with 21 pin sockets. Sound ready with the Auscision Asia Sound speaker enclosure for the ease of fitting sound in the DC version, in both driver cars. Auscision power capacitors on the DCC sound equipped models with isolating switch on both driver cars. The models will operate on code 70, 83 and 100 rail. Recommended minimum radius is 24 inch and will operate on 18 inch if supplied with long hank couplers. And I gotta say, seeing the Harris for the first time in person, as yes, this on-camera moment is the first time me seeing these models in person, up close and on a layout. I absolutely love the look of this model. They definitely look the part, and all the details that are listed are very well reflected on the models themselves. And one thing to note, the sound and lighting functions are all exactly the same for the Harris and the Greaser sets. And as we run through the lighting features of the Greaser, as you can see, Oscar and I both agree that this is quite the fantastic model. It's really, really a very top tier and quality model, and I can't wait to see it running around the layout. So without further ado, let's get into running both the Harris and the Greaser around the layout.
So that just about wraps up the review for the brand new Harris trains from Auscision. My overall thoughts on the models themselves, they are fantastic. I'm really happy with mine. The greaser itself is probably my new favorite in my collection. A few minor accuracy things that I noticed. On the front of the greasers, the special boards, they don't quite look right. That's something I'll probably be changing myself. And there's a few little bits of text underneath the driver's doors that's missing. But otherwise, it's fine. Like, everything looks great. And on the Harrises themselves, yeah, they're almost perfect. The inclusion of having the full interiors in them is fantastic, and the brand new motor bogie design runs really well. Massive thumbs up for developing that. And also they're selling them separately, so I'll be getting some to have a play with at some point. So some other thoughts that I sort of have about them. One thing I really sort of don't like, and this has nothing to do with the model itself, is just the way the greases were released. A lot of you who are probably on social media know these were sort of a surprise release. They were announced last minute, not many people knew about them, and there was no pre-orders for them. And they've obviously only made a limited amount, and they sold out very quickly, meaning a lot of people missed out, which I think is quite unfortunate. Because as I said, these are amazing, and I feel quite bad for anyone who didn't manage to get one. So yeah, I understand why Auscision has done it that way, but I think it would be better if everyone sort of had a more equal chance to get these. Otherwise, yeah, these are great. I'm personally very happy. And I think if you have the money and you like the Harris enough to where you want a set, I can highly recommend these. Obviously, this one you probably won't be able to get anymore, but for a 4-car set or even a 7-car set, I think it's, yeah, great investment. So that about wraps up the video. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and check out Kieran's other videos. I'm in a few of them. And yeah, see you in the next one.